I remember sitting in 2006 at Vegas watching Ricky, and the lines were on the points. The points were really close, and the championship was on the line. And I thought to myself, to be in that, I was sitting in the stands, and to be in that position, I thought, wow, that's a tremendous amount of pressure. And in a weird way, I hoped for it one day, and here we are. It was 10 years later, and I hated it by every means. It was in a good way. It was a lot going on. I really wanted to accomplish, but I'm really glad we were able to pull it off, especially for KT. It was nice.
Yeah, for sure, for the whole team, for the
absolutely,
right?
yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this year though, you mentioned a couple of things. The competition was tough. Roxy came out strong.
Yeah.
Then Eli came on and came down to the wire in Vegas. You had the media asking you what's going on, how's Ryan Dungey doing, and then they started asking questions about what's next for you, and how did you manage the stress of this season? It was for sure tough.
For sure. I think in those situations, everything, with the stress of everything wants to tell you to focus on everything else, but I try to just focus on just executing my plan, and giving it my best, when I showed up every single race. And each and every year there's going to be competition. That's racing, and every year it's getting tougher, and the sport's only getting tougher as each year goes on. But we prepared, did everything we possibly could, and I knew that. So sitting there on the line, it's like, hey, I'm as ready as I can be, and now it's time to go after it. So I just tried to focus on one race at a time, and getting wins. We didn't get as many this year, but we were consistent, which really paid off in the long run, and was able to come away with it.
Yeah, you talk about preparation. You're known as one of the hardest working guys in the business in terms of training and preparation. How did your training and preparation help you achieve those 3 Supercross titles in a row? You must have put in a lot of work, and how did you do that?
Yeah, there's a balance for sure. I think early in my career I was a little bit, no matter how much I did, it was never enough type of deal, But I partnered with Eldon in 2014, which was a great move. There was a lot of things going into 2015 that were beneficial, but one of them being Eldon. And right then and there, I just felt like, for me, I trusted in my program. I knew I was doing everything possible. It took all the guesswork out of it, and it was really nice because it just brought confidence on the track. I didn't have any guessing or doubting going on in my mind. So I was able to just execute and ride freer. I think that was a little bit better, and then the wins started to come, and then the momentum, and then the confidence. But you can believe in yourself, but if you're not fit, it ain't worth much. But you can do all the work physically too, and if you don't believe in yourself, then that ain't much either. So there's a fine balance.
So for sure, part mental and part physically. You gotta be championship mindset. You gotta be training, preparing, and ready for that championship. Yeah. Roger, you worked with a lot of champions over the years. Has working with Ryan, is it different than working with other riders or athletes?
Yeah, Ryan, like you said, I've had the luck to work with a lot of champions, but Ryan was quite different in a way that he would never relent, like day in, day out, week in, week out, all year. With other riders, you have to try to push them and say, hey, you need to work a little bit harder. With this guy, you have to try to slow him down. Sometimes we would joke about it. Hey, Ryan, take a day off, you're not going to forget how to ride. I think he honestly thought if he was going to take a day off that he would have a hard time to figure out how to get around the track. Yeah, it was pretty intense.
So you work with a lot of champions as well, and you pull together some pretty amazing championship teams. What are the keys to success, Roger? What are you doing?
The main thing is teamwork. Everybody work together, get good people in the first place, and then make sure that they work together and that they don't, hide things in one corner and try to advantage one rider versus another. And you can always learn from, even if a rider is not as good on the team and he has some problems, but you can always learn from it and help the team overall. And I think that's the difference with our team. And not only here in the US, but we have worked closely from the beginning that I was at KTM with the production group in Austria, the race team, and it's pretty amazing at KTM. Even the girls at the office and all that, they're into the racing, and I never experienced that anywhere else before.